One of Donna Adelson's defense witnesses had to be fetched from the airport before they boarded a plane to leave. This is a wild day. Her defense is terrible. Let's dig into it. So we begin the day. The defense is up with a motion for acquittal. It is decently long, and I'm going to spare you because obviously it didn't work. On one hand, during today, I didn't want the ex-judge defense attorney to speak because she is so vile. On the other hand, I knew that when she does speak, it will most likely hurt Donna's case, in my opinion. So first up for the defense is Anne Elizabeth Cunningham, a family friend. And who's questioning her? The ex-judge. It's going to be wild. So the ex-judge almost immediately makes a joke about the court reporter shooting her for talking over someone. Very classy when your client is on trial involving a murder that was a shooting. Just so classy. There's a lot of classiness here. We even began with this, and then we end with the judge doing something else that I think is extremely disrespectful. But the defense tries to go into the witness's description of Donna over the years, and there's a objection, relevant, sustained approach. They overruled it. I mean, obviously, if they didn't overrule it, what's the point, right? This witness can't do much, in my opinion. But she says Donna isn't a hateful or aggressive person who would harm someone. Donna never said she wanted Dan killed or harmed. And Donna's Jewish, and she raised her children traditionally. Donna used WhatsApp to talk to people while on trips and to save money and save on phone bills. She says Donna was hysterical after Danny was killed. There's objection, hearsay, and the defense approaches. They get to come out that Donna was upset and crying. Donna said she was worried about Wendy and the boys, so Donna was going to head to Tallahassee. Remember, Wendy moved down with Donna within 48 hours, right? Donna spoke of Dan's memorial service. This witness watched as little information as possible about Charlie's trial, which is definitely what I would do if I thought someone was a family friend's son was innocent. I would definitely avoid it like the plague. She let Donna stay in her home during the trial. And she said she knew about a bar mitzvah planned in 2024. There's more hearsay objections. The judge has them approach, and the jury is sent out. The objections sustained, and we're back. Donna was considering taking her own life after Charlie's trial. Bar mitzvahs are important to Jewish grandmothers, and Donna was excited to attend. You might be wondering, is this a bar mitzvah defense? And you'll be correct. That is actually part of the defense, is a bar mitzvah. Using her grandchildren as a defense is very bold when you are accused of taking away their father. The state's up. The witness says they aren't familiar with Donna saying she could be buried in the bar mitzvah dress she bought. She denies hearing Donna say she would be dead by the bar mitzvah, but admits that Donna wanted to take her own life. Donna never called Dan bad names to her. She doesn't recall if Donna mentioned a bribe, but Donna did mention about claiming to convert the grandchildren to Christianity. Donna told her on a trip to Japan they took about the extortion. Witnesses asked if she is extorted, does that mean she knew who killed Dan Markel? And the witness says, yeah, I guess. Oops, that's bad. The witness says she doesn't know about the checks. She now tries to backpedal and claim she was confusing the bump with extortion, and Charlie was actually being extorted by Catherine. She doesn't remember being told Donna was writing the checks, though. She says her and Donna didn't discuss Charlie's trial, which is interesting because the way she's wording the extortion thing, from my understanding, I didn't watch Charlie's trial. What's been said here, she's matching the defense strategy from Charlie's trial, but they didn't discuss it. So that was weird right there. Thankfully, the state quickly provided messages of Donna and this witness discussing Charlie's trial. The witness thinks Charlie's jury got the verdict wrong. This witness said Charlie, Donna, and Wendy are all innocent. The witness didn't know Vietnam was non-extradition. She knew Donna said she hoped to make it out of the airport in time. She says Donna meant before the plane left, but the witness gets corrected uh, with evidence that she wanted to leave before law enforcement arrested her, and the witness responds with a shrug. This woman knows it's over. She claims not to remember Donna complaining Wendy didn't call after Charlie's verdict, but there are receipts of Donna doing just that. Witness offered to be with Donna. The redirect from the ex-judge is up. Donna didn't tell you at the time that she was writing the checks. Donna said Charlie was extorted. She thought Donna was coming back for the bar mitzvah. So we're at the bar mitzvah defense, number one. And next up is Ron Gutterson, I think. He is the partner of the last witness. They're not married, they're partners, whatever. They corrected a couple times. This witness is not being questioned by the ex-judge. It's by the other defense attorney, which means he might have something important, maybe, or they're just worried she's going to screw it up. He tells the story of how he knows Harvey. They were friends since like high school stuff. He knew about Charlie's arrest. Donna and Harvey stayed at their place during a trial. Harvey was devastated after the conviction. He knew Donna and Harvey traveled, but it would be temporary move until the bar mitzvah. They would move heaven and earth to be there for that traditional occasion. But he was to help Harvey's rental business while they were away. And now, there's like a little gnat in here. It's pissing me off. The state is up. That's what I get for opening the window. He said, under normal circumstances, Donna and Harvey would attend the bar mitzvah, but the witness admits that a warrant being issued wasn't normal circumstances, and says that if Donna knew an arrest warrant was waiting, you might rethink twice about coming back. So the bar mitzvah defense is dead already on witness 2. Donna complained Wendy wasn't responding and Donna might need their help. He claimed he did it for Harvey. There's a break, and the next witness is Kelsey Guay, digital forensics examiner. And again, not the ex-judge is up. She looked at Donna's cell records mostly, but did not look at all the data. She received the PDFs used in court. She put data into Excel and shows how to open it. A lot of this is just how this works, right? She talks of the data, how she read it. Main claim is that the state overinflated how many contacts they had due to not removing duplicates, which wasn't even the state's main point, but they have to go with it. July 18th, Donna and Harvey's phones never connected to the same tower. The state is up. This witness doesn't disagree with state cell phone mapping the messages where Donna said outside your house is... Okay, I combined two things. This witness that the defense brought doesn't disagree with any of the state's cell phone mapping. The witness explains that when Donna told Charlie she was outside of the house, that was in an iCloud return, so it wouldn't have location data. So it isn't that the location data doesn't match, it's that it doesn't have any. So when the state's like, well, they didn't, that message doesn't match being outside Charlie's house, it wouldn't. But Donna said she was there. The defense is still trying to claim Donna wasn't where she said she was, and I think that is not a great look. The state asks about Annie Cunningham and her possibly looking at data, her data, objection overruled. So basically, Anna Cunningham is the first witness. She doesn't see a call to that phone number on the 18th. So the first witness claims Donna called her. Donna called her after Charlie's trial. Now, after this point, the data doesn't show the call. Frequency analysis is to show communication amounts compared to other. The state's witness accurately represented the raw data, and Charlie was Donna's most common contact. The state witness did let the jury know it contained duplicates, and they talk about how little was actually different with the duplicates. This witness charges $300 an hour, and the cost for all of this is about $10,000. If you're wondering how much someone looking at Excel gets paid. I know there's more to it, but she didn't really. She just agreed to everything else the state said. It was like, look, I put it into Excel and removed duplicates. A redirect is up, not the ex-judge. More talk of duplicates, explaining how WhatsApp shows as data usage but doesn't show the number you call. Donna's phone had data sessions on the 18th of July. The records don't give data minute by minute. She can't say if the data shows Donna was having a conversation with Miss Cunningham the night of July 18th. The witness is only available for this day, so the state gets a single recross question. Donna was using her phone to make normal calls the night of July 18th. Now we get the defense redirect. Donna made 3 calls from 8:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. night of July 18th. Mrs. Cunningham is returning from the airport. Damn, the defense sure loves cutting it close at the airport. Recurring theme. So, basically, I don't know what they were doing with part of this. They're like, well, Donna made calls that night. So if they're claiming that Donna is making these contacts using WhatsApp, why is the defense bringing attention to the fact that Donna made regular calls? And then Miss Cunningham's already fleeing the area, I guess? Like, I don't know. Maybe this is a me thing, right? She's like, oh, I believe in her. I believe in her. If I believed in my friend, they're on trial for murder. Maybe they were instructed to not be involved outside the case with the Adelsons, but if you were released, I would think you'd want to like be with Harvey, you know, if she's such a great friend, and instead they're leaving the state. There's a break, and they brought Miss Cunningham back, and the ex-judge is questioning her. She routinely talked to Donna using WhatsApp and Viber. So that's the defense. The defense is going, look. Maybe it wasn't a phone call. Maybe it was WhatsApp. States back up. So you went to the airport after your testimony and then returned to the courthouse to tell us you used WhatsApp to make that phone call. Yes. State lists dates that Donna called the witness. So the defense objects because she isn't seeing the items, but she doesn't have to. The witness says she has no reason to deny it. Basically, they prove before and after the murder, Donna was talking to her with a regular phone call. But now suddenly she's using WhatsApp. But then, the witness explains again, it was WhatsApp that on July 18th she commonly used it for calls while in the car, so that's what she used. And then the state has to surprise the witness that WhatsApp didn't offer calls until that next year. So the witness is like, it must have been Viber then. So the state ends with, must have been Viber, huh? So that witness, in my opinion, is just thrown out. It's really bad. It's bad. So we've had the first witness, right? The first witness is caught in lies, it seems like. At least that's what the state's accusing them of. Second witness admits the bar mitzvah defense doesn't stand. Third witness just reproves the state's case in a lot of ways, which is wild. So the next witness is Richard Chagrin, one of Donna and Harvey's friends. He's known them for 37 or 38 years. His wife is a realtor lawyer. They visited Donna after Charlie's verdict. Donna was distraught. Harvey was in shock. They had been on cruises and gone to Israel before together. He assisted with the visa and made the plane reservations for them. He claims he told them to take a one-way because it was cheaper than round trip. They picked a 90-day visa because they didn't know how long they would stay, but they would be back for that bar mitzvah. Yes, the bar mitzvah defense is back. They wanted to escape the media. Donna was the ultimate Jewish mother, not unlike the witness's wife. Oh, your wife is going to be pissed at you. Donna was a little more involved with her grandkids since they lost their father, which, remember, Donna is accused of being involved in the murder of. The state is up. The bar mitzvah was less than 90 days, and when they booked it, this witness was just a conduit, he said in a prior interview, but today he told them to fly one way. He was there to help with the computer. Now he says he suggested one-way flights. And I got to quote the state on this. Let me get this correct. Does a typical Jewish grandmother suggest dressing her grandchildren up in Nazi uniforms? And the witness's response is amazing. Not to my knowledge. And you have to realize that might be the first time he's heard that mention. And he might be like, what did I miss? Because he can't watch the trial, which we'll get to. But he might not have watched, he can't watch the trial, so he might be wondering, what the hell did I miss? What happened? A redirect is up. This witness was more travel savvy than Donna and Harvey. The state didn't ask if he made decisions when they talked to him before. He made suggestions, though. So they're trying to word their way out of it. And this is where things get interesting, because these next two witnesses have been accused of crimes, possibly, by the state's witnesses. We're going to have the private investigators. Tarana Khan, private investigator, is up. She gives her experience working in federal defender's office. She never testified in court. She interviewed Patricia Byrd in the jail. Met her just once. She denies telling Patricia Byrd that Donna was going to give her things for the testimony, and denies she was told that Donna did that. Denies being told Donna confessed. This witness says she in fact never spoke with Donna. State asks, why did she interview Patricia Byrd? She said she was given a list of names to interview by defense counsel. She was not asked to go there because she was a state witness. The interview was not recorded. She wasn't asked to record it. She could have done it, though. Defense is up. She says she took notes with pen and paper. The state didn't request those notes. So we have a private investigator, right, visiting the jail to speak to someone because prior defense counsel says to, without any context, and they're not a state witness at this point. So this is a little shady, in my opinion. Like, it's out of nowhere, right? Next is Eddie Varnes, private investigator. To me, he looks worried and he's like gulping. Could be just nerves from testifying. But he was retained by Donna's original lawyers. He is told not to say what Byrd said. The defense literally tells him to not say what she said. The state will ask, by the way, but the defense doesn't want him to say it. He spoke with Patricia Byrd. Prior defense counsel gave him the name, saying she might have information on the case. Claims she said she had information on Katie back from 2021 and never said Donna offered compensation. He was instructed by prior defense counsel to not record the interview. She spoke extensively about Katie. She said she met Donna about 4 weeks earlier. He said he warned her the state would say she offered to lie for Donna for compensation, but she replied it was the truth. She said she was expecting a plea offer soon for her case, and the state is up. Prior defense says to interview her, but this was before the state listed her as a witness. It was not recorded, but he could have done it. But in fact, prior defense counsel told him not to record the interview. State asks if it was the story about extortion from Charlie's trial, and he says you're in the ballpark. He refers back to his report. He tells the story and claims Byrd used the word extortion. He did not ask to do a recorded interview after, and defense counsel did not ask him to do one after this. He says he doesn't know why either defense counsel didn't list this person as a witness, and he did in fact charge for his services. Defense is back up. He said he read exactly what Patricia Byrd said. Defense tries to go back into the credentials. Objection sustained. Byrd was actually listed on an old witness list by the defense. So we have two private investigators, and they're like, yeah, we didn't know why we were called here, but remember, it kind of matches actually the jailhouse informant interviews, right? That like Donna was finding people to make claims, but it's very shady to me. Everything feels shady. If you want to say, well, what they did isn't shady, well, you have the prior defense counsel saying don't record it, and how did they get these names and all this. If it's man, it's just, I don't think it helped. I guess the defense had to do it though, right? Like they had to do it because the jury knows that this is an accusation, and we've already had the jailhouse informants. Next is approach, and the judge has the witness and jury leave. The judge says the rules of sequestration applies to both parties. How long was he sitting in the back of the courtroom watching the defense case? Ex-judge says she didn't know he was there. He was present for 15-20 minutes, according to bailiff. Judge has to decide if he's even allowed to testify, and there's a short break. So the next witness was actually sitting in the courtroom listening to some testimony. Tim Kelly, Dan Markel's realtor, ex-judge, is up. In 2011, Dan contacted him to look at some homes. Donna and Harvey were with him. He heard the end of a female's testimony, but it doesn't affect his testimony. State is up. This was in 2011 to show places when Donna and Harvey could stay. Dan and Wendy were still together in 2011. So this is a defense witness. It's like, look, they got along before, like years before the murder, as if you're supposed to ignore every bit of evidence after that. Next up is Detective Josh Turner. He attended the interview with Drina Bernhardt, the other jailhouse informant for the state. She said she sat in front of a camera when talking to Donna on purpose. He downloaded the video after the interview and they play the video. And in this video, it's rather long. The informant has a notebook and Donna walks up and sits with her. Nobody is writing 8 minutes into the video. Then the jailhouse informant is writing, and then Donna starts writing while talking to the informant. Then it shows them writing both and discussing back and forth, both writing in their own notebook. And this was recorded the day after the informant said they had information on Donna. So, to give you the timeline, the informant saying, hey, I have information. And then the day after, we have this recorded interaction, and the defense is trying to make it seem like maybe they set Donna up, right? Like it's obviously, I think, the angle they're going with. So the state says Donna was trying to solicit her and gives the state the notebook. And the informant gave the notebook to the state. And the notebook had to be photographed because Donna told her to copy it and give it back. She said Donna wrote the script on the 19th, and the video corroborated the story. He did not tell the informant the date they were going to have the interview. In fact, they were planning to have the interview with the informant after Christmas. It was sheer dumb luck that they interviewed her while she physically still had the notebook. He would defer to handwriting experts to say on who wrote in the notebook, which they already said it was Donna. Donna wrote in the notebook owned by the informant. The informant is shown getting up and walking away, and Donna just keeps writing. Defense is up. The informant didn't know the date of the interview, but brought items with her. Gave the state what she wanted to. So the defense is trying to spread doubt because this witness is like, hey, I have information on Donna. Donna then takes the informant's notebook, writes a script, gives it back to her, and that happens to be the day before she gets pulled in for the interview. And the defense is like, basically, oh, that's just lucky it lined up. Kinda, right? There's an approach. At this point, calls of no more violations of sequestration. And while the judge is like telling the defense off, right? The ex-judge is packing up her stuff with her back turned to the judge while he's talking and her co-counsel is speaking to the judge. She just doesn't care. In my opinion, she doesn't care. So this was a rather short video, it looks like, actually covering this. I hope I did it well. The defense boiled down to Donna's Jewish, so there's no way she could flee the country because she wouldn't miss a bar mitzvah. But also, if she ended her own life, she would have missed the bar mitzvah. And in talking of doing that, she specifically mentioned the bar mitzvah clothing. So obviously she's willing to miss the bar mitzvah. And a witness said, oh yeah, if you had an arrest warrant, she might change her mind. And then another witness is like, oh, she's a typical Jewish grandma, but yeah, they don't normally talk about having their grandkids wear Nazi uniforms. And if anything, I mean, they had to answer it, I guess, with the, I guess they had to answer it when it comes to their private investigators, but I don't think that helped. I think if anything, it made Donna seem more shady, right? Because it made it feel like there was extra shadiness maybe with her ex law firm and then our ex representatives, and now her new ones are trying to man, you can't argue that it's not like shady dealings while you have that ex judge the way she acts. They don't know her backstory, right? The jury doesn't know her backstory. If they did, Donna's screwed. They don't know her backstory, but you can almost feel it. Like, I don't know. She feels so bad at it. And I do want to say I feel vindicated. I haven't watched anyone's coverage of this case. None. So what I did is while I was uploading the video last night for like 3 days, I need to stay awake, right? So I put on Lawyer You Know, skip to a middle part where I saw that the ex-judge was talking, and he was just laying into how bad she was doing and how it's hurting Donna and how she's bringing up things that the state couldn't even bring up, but it's just going to hurt her client. And I'm just like, vindication. And then I didn't watch more. But I felt very vindicated at that moment and gave me the strength to keep going for that, stay up to finish that. Um, I don't know where the defense goes at this point. Why do we need more, right? Like, what could they add? We've done all the character witnesses, and it's bad. We've done experts. We've had, and they're not like, well, the expert they brought in can use Excel and agrees with the state. In fact, they use the expert to point out flaws in the first witness's testimony. So they're using the expert against it. And then we had them bring in the investigator, and it didn't help. I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand. But hopefully you enjoyed the coverage, and I'll see you in the next video. If you didn't watch my last one, it is the last 3 days before this combined into one video. So it's, I think, done well to get you caught up. I think all of my videos kind of shorten this case down quite a bit to help you catch up if you haven't been doing so.